Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Hachaahanak, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All black Hispanics and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Hachaahanak. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and warlike apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.
All right. Good to go. Shalom, shalom. You're in live with the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge. Precinct Captain. Okay, there we go. Good. Precinct Captain 10,000. Not the Zak Nishad, ISUPK under Commander General Hachaahanak. Here with the Feast of Hachaahanak. Clap it up. Glad y'all can make it. Brothers and sisters, on time Christ. The brother Shalom. Y'all by Shemel Shah Brakathum. The sister Yahweh Shemal Alathan by Shemel Shah. All right. So now the Feast of Hachaahanak is a day, is a time frame to remember the wars that we had with the Greeks to kick them out of our temple. The Greeks had taken over. We ended up in captivity under the Greeks. We're going to read about it, all of these historical documents and things, which the Jewish man calls Hanukkah, which of course, it never actually gets explained what that actually is. Of course, they are not the real biblical ethnic Jews. That has nothing to do with them. But in actuality, is it about black people, blacks and Latinos and Native Americans fighting against the white man coming to gentrify and destroy our homes and our cities, just as he has done everywhere that probably you and I have ever lived. You understand? This has continuously been happening all throughout our history. And this memorial is to remember these brothers that stood up against the Greeks and fought to remove them out of our temple and take back our capital cities. We're going to start in the book of Maccabees, of course, first Maccabees chapter 1. And we're going to start at verse 1. We're going to skip around a little bit just to get some backdrop. The world likes to pretend that the history, that nobody knows where we were or any of our histories, and the reality is that's a lie. Everybody on the planet knows our history, and they know exactly who we are. We are the only race of people that do not have our history, because the people that teach and educate us, they don't teach us race. If you don't understand your race or your ethnicity, you won't understand the reference point of life in the world. If you ask a lion about life, where he comes from, he's going to tell you wonderful, positive things about how he's strong, he roars, he roams the plains, he eats what he wants, he does what he wants. If you ask the zebra that lions eat about their life in the same place, they're going to tell you a different story. And the reference point is very important, especially when reading the Bible, because the Bible is only the records of our family, our race of people. You understand? So now we want to go to first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. All right. It's like, brothers, the reason you standing up. You stand up.
Wow,
yeah, you can read. You can take a seat.
Oh, okay, come.
At the computer, because you still manage it. All right. First Maccabees 1 and 1. Is anybody else? Everybody got an apocrypha? Read along. You got an apocrypha, brother? You don't? And a brother apocrypha. You got one?
Like I said, I have an extra one in my book bag.
Okay, yeah, just make sure the brothers can read along. So we have first Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. All right. So go ahead, Shemaiah Bar 1 and 1. You said you got one in your book bag?
Come to one con, sir, and if I need to use it. It's in there, sir, in that book bag right now.
All right. And the young brother so he can read along. All right. It's very important to learn our records and the history of our race. There's so many things that happen in the world that we do not realize why they are happening to our people, so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, because we are the only race of people that does not have our race and our nation and our people put together. The other races of people are strong and powerful against us, to the point that we don't have protection because we don't have our records. We don't know what direction we're supposed to do, what's right for our people. The Bible contains all of these things. You understand? All right. So you can go ahead. What you need to. All right. First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 1. You got it, Shemaiah Bar.
Like, this is First Maccabees 1, chapter 1, verse 1.
Got the burden.
And it happened after that, Alexander, son of Philip.
Alexander. This is talking about Alexander the Greek. The world knows him as Alexander the Great. Very powerful historical figure, and nobody can pretend did not exist the way they try to pretend like nobody knows who or where the figures and the stories of the Bible actually come from. As the white man lies and say that he's Jesus, Noah, David, Joshua, Moses, you understand? Everybody knows. You understand? Keep going.
The Macedonian.
And Macedonia. That's Greece. Keep going.
Who came out of the land of Chittim.
All right. Keep going.
Has smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes.
Persians and Medes. The Persian and Mede Empire. Worldwide, well known. Is it not a small group of people anywhere? The Mede and Persian Empire, the Greek Empire, the Greco-Roman Empire. All throughout history, you've heard and been taught about these things. Keep going.
That he reigned in his stead, Slakia. The first over Greece.
The first over Greece. Alexander the Great. Keep going.
Verse 2. And made many wars.
He made a lot of wars. Alexander the Great was known for warring and battling. That's one thing the white man is known for. Traveling and murdering. They've always been great at that. Keep going.
And won many strongholds.
Strongholds. He took over great kingdoms. He held power all throughout the earth. Keep going.
And slew the kings of the earth.
He unalived. He murdered kings. Took over their countries. Took over their lands, their wealth, their treasuries. In true white man fashion. You understand? From Napoleon of France, the Spanish Armada, the Roman legions, the British Empire, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler. You understand? The white man travels and steals everywhere he goes. Keep going.
Verse 3. And when he went, and went through the ends of the earth.
He went all over the earth. That empire spanned, I think, from India to Greece, all the way to the British Isles, I believe. Huge empire. All right. Skip me down to verse 4.
Verse 4. And he gathered a mighty strong host and ruled over countries.
He had a huge army. A host is talking about an army. He ruled over other people's countries, just like America. Keep going.
And nations.
Nations. A nation is a race of people. He ruled over different races of people. He was that powerful. Keep going.
And kings.
Kings. People who have authority in their own lands. He was able to dictate to them what they can and cannot do. This is how powerful he was. Keep going.
Who became tributaries unto him.
Who became tributaries. They paid tribute to him. You understand? They had to give their wealth and money that they collected from their people to him. He ruled the world. He demanded taxes, tribute, that everyone bow and serve him as he saw fit, that they became a part of his empire. Everybody knows Alexander the Great. Keep going.
Verse 5. And after these things, he fell sick.
He fell sick. You understand? He's a great warrior. He still fell sick. Keep going.
And perceived that he should die.
So he should die. He's sick as hell. He's about to die. He was a notorious sodomite, a horrible sexual deviant, which he fought, and he also whored his way to the top of Esau's military structure in true Greco-Roman fashion. You understand? And now it's time for him to die with this great empire, and he is sick. Keep going.
Verse 6. Wherefore he called his servants.
He called his servants. Keep going.
Such as were honorable.
His top generals, his men that served him and his conquest and traveling and robbing and stealing and raping all over the world. Keep going.
And had been brought up with him from his youth.
They've been with him a long time. This is young war buddies. He was a young warrior. They've been with him, fighting with him, conquering with him. Keep going.
And parted his kingdom among them.
And he divided his kingdom and his power among them. Give me verse 9. Skip down.
Come, verse 9. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
They made themselves rulers now. He's gone. His empire is divided. Now we're going to learn what happened. Keep going.
So did their sons after them many years.
After many years. One of them, you understand, we're going to get to the Ptolemy. That's way down to 18. Okay. Keep going.
And evils were multiplied in the earth.
And these wicked men, after the death of Alexander the Great, they did great evil things upon the earth. They did terrible things upon the earth with their power. You understand? All right. Give me verse 10.
And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes. Epiphanes, like Epiphanes.
Right. Antiochus Epiphanes. Out of them was a wicked man named Antiochus Epiphanes. You understand? Keep going.
Son of Antiochus the king.
Son of Antiochus the king, giving you backstory to what happened. Why does any of this matter? You're going to find out why it matters. Give me verse 11.
Come. Verse 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men.
Salakia. Take me back to 10. I want you to read 10 all the way through. There's something very important. These books that we're reading are part of the 1611 Bible, the King James translation. King James did not write the Bible. Just like the story here we're getting ready to read that we never learned about, King James was a black man, not a dark-skinned man, not a melanated man, a Negro. If he was alive today, he would be a so-called Negro, a so-called Afro-American, not an African, not all brown-skinned, melanated people, that garbage that black people like to believe, because we're the only race of brown people that do not know what race, what nationality we have. And as a result, other races of people, just like we're reading here, are able to come into our communities and set up their religions, bring their gods, bring their drugs, bring their culture, which takes us into their culture, where we become young black men who die in a white man's Greek hazing ritual trying to join a fraternity in college, or become a young black man getting murdered in the streets of Norfolk or Portsmouth, trying to join their fraternity culture of red and blue and hand signs that we call gangs today. That is Greco-Roman culture. The red and blue is Greco-Roman culture. The secret hand signs is Greco-Roman culture. Every bit of that we got because this race of people is doing exactly what we're reading about right now. Keep going.
Come. Verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes.
Keep going.
Son of Antiochus the king.
Keep going.
Who had been an hostage at Rome.
He was a hostage at Rome. He was a prisoner. He's a wicked bastard, and he was a hostage. Keep going.
And he reigned in the 137th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
He reigned 137 years, telling you when he reigned. All right. It's telling you when he ruled in the Greeks. Why is it saying the kingdom of the Greeks? The Roman Catholic Church had these 11 or so books removed out of the Bible after the death of King James. These books tell you why, when you start to read the New Testament from the Bible, things are translated and written in Greek. The reason why they're written in Greek and why it says that Paul went to the Jew first and then the Greek is not talking about the race of Greek people. The Grecians, Grecian, That is the race of the white man, who is the Greeks, that Alexander came with rulership. The Greeks, Greek, were black people who were forced to take the white man's Greek culture because of the evil that he did to us, which we get ready to read about right now. You understand? Keep going. You had questions?
Sir, we got to plug up this computer.
All right.
Slack.
Use the other battery. All right.
Verse 11.
Keep going.
In those days, when they're out of Israel, wicked men.
And we had wicked men, wicked leaders amongst our own people. What was the evil that they did? You can already find out. Keep going.
Who persuaded many.
Who persuaded. Their job was to teach our people, to persuade, to encourage us to do something that God said was evil. Keep going.
Saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us.
Let us go and join these heathen, join the other races of people who are now all around us, because this wicked Greco-Roman Empire is spreading with power and influence and authority. Let's join them. You know who told us to do that? Sound familiar? This is what Martin Luther King told us to do. This is what Jesse Jackson told us to do. This is what all the civil rights leaders, you understand, they told black people to do. They said, join the white man, eat at his food, eat it at his lunch counters, go to his schools, move in his side of town, move in his neighborhood, have sex with white women. That's what Martin Luther King wanted. And we joined them. And as a result, we got the short end of the stick. We lost our communities, our families, our jobs, everything that we had as a people. And most importantly, the love that we had for one another. We'll know why brothers shooting and killing each other, robbing each other, all of the horrible things that we have happening to us. These things came because wicked men persuaded us to join the other nations of people. Keep reading.
For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
Well, since we left them, since we stopped joining them, since we moved away from them to be separate people, which is what the Lord commanded us to do, they said life has become hard. It's difficult. You understand? They got a better way of life. They got better funding. They got AC in their schools. They got better roads, better streets. The grass is greener on the other side. We should join them. This is the same thing that wicked Negro leaders who did not care about what would happen to blacks and Latinos. They only were concerned that they would get wealth and prestige and recognition by following these heathen. That God told us never to join another race of people. Keep going.
Verse 12. So this device pleased them well.
It was an evil choice, and this device, it pleased them. Keep going.
Verse 13. Then certain of the people were so forward herein.
They were forward. They said, man, this is our opportunity. We got to be the first. You understand? Just like you hear, the first Negro to integrate baseball, Jackie Robinson, the first Negro to integrate football, and the first black woman to go to an all-white school, and she getting beat on and spit on and called the N-word and all of that. And they say, see, she's a freedom fighter. It's a rebel, stood for what's right, the fight. The Lord did not want us to do that. That made God angry. That's why we still getting killed at traffic stops to this day. You understand? Keep going.
Oh God. That they went to the king.
They went to the king themselves. They saying, listen, I'm a ruler over our people. I can get all the other black people to join. I can get them to follow you. Just give me something. Make me powerful. Make me the mayor, the governor, the senator. Make me the leader. Give me the funding. And that is what our leaders have betrayed us for, money and prestige from these so-called white men. Is why it's so hard, you understand, without the spirit of the Lord to stand for what's right. Snoop Dogg said that he was against all the LGBT madness when he took his granddaughter or grandson to go and see some Disney movie, some child's movie, and the whole child's movie is LGBT nonsense, boys and girls kissing on each other. And he said, what the hell has this got to do with, you know, seeing this kids movie? And then you know what happened? They made Snoop Dogg go and apologize. And then Snoop Dogg came out as LGBT friendly just about a week later, because he does not have strength from the leaders that he learned from. He learned to shuck and jive and buck and compromise and not stand for what's right. These wicked leaders push to not stand for what is right. You understand? All right, where you at?
I'm at the end of 13, sir.
Skip me down. Go ahead, keep reading.
Who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
They said, we're going to pass new laws and we're going to make things acceptable amongst our people that would never be acceptable. It would never be acceptable to be a drug dealer. But now the white man allows you to get high. So before you know it, getting high will be a black thing. The heathen allow you to live an alternative lifestyle. Wasn't acceptable in the black community, not in the black, Latino, Native American community, but the white man says it's okay. It's his Greco-Roman culture. Now the community LGBT friendly.
Right.
And then before you know it, the community is also filled with AIDS because of LGBT friendly, and herpes and gonorrhea and chlamydia because of LGBT friendly. And the babies end up born with STDs because we follow the other races of people that God told us never to join. This is a consequence of not knowing what race you are. It's very important. Every other race of people in world history fought to remove drug addiction, drug use, and drug promotion from their people. The Chinese had opium wars. The East Indians had the same thing. They rebelled against the British who were doping their people up. In Africa, most of the countries, they'll cut your hand off if they catch you selling drugs, you understand? Even the Arabs, who are notorious drug users, but on the surface, they're not going to let you sell drugs and use it. They'll kill you in broad daylight in front of the city to stop the plague that drug addiction will spread if you allow it to happen. But when you come to our people, because we have a culture from another race of people, it looked like smoking weed is black culture. It looked like sipping syrup, taking Percocets is black culture. That's a result of us joining another race of people that God told us never to do from the beginning. Their agenda is to degrade you, is to degrade us, so that then they can say, see, look how they act. Look how they treat each other. You can't get mad at me for killing one of them at a traffic stop. Look how they behave with each other. Look at how they act at the school, at their sporting events, in their neighborhood, in their community. And this is their ammunition to dehumanize us. Same thing President Trump is doing with our Latino brothers. They said they're all criminals and rapists from violent countries. And then 75% of the people that they've arrested, nobody has ever had a criminal record. But they're able to take a broad brush and paint an image of us and say, see, they all criminals. That's why we got to beat them up. That's why we got to choke them to death. That's why we got to shoot them. You see how terrible they are. This, how it started, is wicked leaders of our own. Because if we obeyed our God, they would not be able to do any of this to us. You understand? Keep going, Schumacher boy.
Verse 14. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem, according to the customs of the heathen.
The place of exercise is talking about the Greek theaters. These Greek, they call gymnasiums and coliseums, where Greek grown, you ever seen those old architectural Greco-Roman statues where there would be statues of naked white men posing and flexing? You understand? Anybody ever seen a Mr. Universe competition where the men get together, they stand in damn near like a pair of panties and they flex and show off all their muscles, and Ronnie Coleman and everything, all the big muscle guys? That's Greco-Roman culture. They would get in the rings and wrestle each other, two grown muscle men wrestling each other naked in front of thousands and millions of people. That's their culture. And then that became our culture because we started to follow them. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 15. And made themselves uncircumcised.
We made ourselves something that God would not protect. This is how we start to get killed in traffic stops. This is how our communities start to get flooded with drugs and God don't kill anybody. This is how our sons and daughters get kidnapped and go missing all over Facebook. Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my son? Have you seen my niece? Please call this number if you see my grandbaby. These things happen because we take the customs of the other races of people. And our leaders don't tell us why it happens. They say just pray, just march, vote better. We need more police. Come to find out, damn police is involved in the human trafficking. Right. Damn police is involved in holding your niece hostage at the goddamn hotel, getting drugged and violated and sex trafficked up and down the damn coast. Our protection will come from the Lord when we obey our God. You understand? Keep going.
And forsook the holy covenant.
We have a holy, the word holy means separate. And us joining the other nations of people made us forsake or no longer care about God's covenant. The thing about us as a people is we belong to the Lord. We don't have an opportunity or option to go and live a different lifestyle. When we do, we die. We die more than everybody else. They smoke at 10 and 9 years old in Asia. Black people in America, in a first world country, are number one with throat, heart, and lung disease from smoking. And we only 12.8 now, 12.8% of the country and dropping fast. And we are the number one with the cancer. Second only to the Latinos, who are also God's chosen people. And then third by the Native Americans, who are also our people, God's chosen people. Then the white man and the other races of people who outnumber us damn near 20-1. Because God told us, if you don't obey me, because he made a holy covenant with our forefathers, I will punish you 7 times more than every other race of people. And while you're getting punished, if you don't turn back to me, then I will punish you 7 times more than every other race of people. That's 14 times more. You understand? And we threw it away to follow wicked leaders. And now we jammed up. So keep going.
And joined themselves to the heathen.
Something God told us never to do. We joined another race of people. Keep going.
And were sold to the mischief.
Read it one more time.
And were sold to do mischief.
We were sold to do mischief. That means we were sold to do mischief. That means this. The evil that we are doing, still to this day in their culture, this is not something that is bringing the benefit to us directly. You understand? When our people first started getting into the drug distribution game because of Reverend Al Sharpton, who was an FBI agent who worked with the United States government with the mafia to distribute crack cocaine and heroin, which the CIA created. It's public knowledge now. Back when we first started saying it in the 60s, it wasn't revealed yet. His job was to make sure that communities like Diggs Park, that communities like right where we are right now, got flooded with drugs, so that in 2025, half of our family would be strung out on drugs. The kids, the youth, the young brothers and sisters you go to school with, the young brothers and sisters and parents I went to school with, skipping school, getting arrested, doing things you would never do if you were not high. Like a grown man dressing up like a woman, having sex with another man. If you did not have a drug addiction, there would be no Medea. You can't be a grown black man dressing up like grandma and not be a horrible drug addict. You understand? This does not benefit us as a people. We were sold to do mischief. Now that we stop serving the Lord, if they want to promote being a whore, they'll use one of our sisters. They'll use Cardi B. They'll use Megan Thee Stallion. They'll use Glorilla. You understand? They'll use our moms and our aunts. And before you know it, the world image of what it is to be who you have sex with and throw away is our people. This is a consequence of it. Doesn't benefit us. They're not getting the majority of the money from my wop, 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 I'm the top hoe. They don't get that money. That money is going to the label. You don't find out who owned the label until the until the artist gets killed, until Pop Smoke get killed, and Duck and Vaughn. You know who owns those labels? White Jewish men, Arabs. That's who owns the label, not us. Pop Smoke's mother is not getting that $20 million life insurance policy while he rap about smoking and throwing money in the strip clubs and running the street. He's dead, following the Greek white man's culture of gangbanging and drug use. This is what the Lord warned us about beforehand. And this is why we celebrate Hanukkah every year, to find out how they destroyed us, and the same battle that's going to come from a righteous man that stood with the Lord is the same battle the ISUPK is doing on these streets everywhere our people are. That's what this school is for. All right, keep going. Keep going.
Okay, verse 16. Now, when the kingdom was established before Antiochus.
Right, the kingdom is established. He got power. He got authority. Remember, this cat was a prisoner. Just as a sidebar, the white men who established America, when they left Europe, these were criminals. These were the people fleeing religious persecution because they would get burned at the stake in their country. They would get beaten and whipped for the terrible things they were doing. You know they were criminals because when they came to America, what did they do? The Native Americans took care of them. They fed them. They helped them catch turkeys. They made sure they didn't starve. They taught them how to fish. The natives on the Caribbean islands took care of them. The Taínos, the tribe of Ephraim. These signs you have above your head, they represent the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Zebulon, the Mayans in Central America, they took care of the white man when he showed up. You understand? Gad, the Native Americans, they took care of the white man when he showed up. You know what he did as a response? He murdered them. He gave them blankets with smallpox. He killed their families. That Thanksgiving celebration, white men burned people's houses down. They set their houses on fire in the middle of the night. While you sleep at home with your mother, your father, your brothers, sisters, you sleep at home. They set your house on fire. Whoever doesn't wake up in time burns to death. Whoever runs outside, they're waiting in the bushes with muskets to shoot everybody that runs out of the burning house. They murdered 700 of us in one night. They took 500 prisoners and shipped them back to Europe to be slaves. And they declared a national day of Thanksgiving. You know that Thanksgiving celebration, they tell you happy Thanksgiving on your job. They tell you at school, happy Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving. Where you going for Thanksgiving, Jeremiah? Where you going for Thanksgiving, Jimmy, Javier? Well, that's what the Thanksgiving celebration was about. They murdered us, and white people said it was a wonderful day because none of them got hurt. This is an evil people. They're evil. You understand? That's another reason why the Lord had us to celebrate this. So we get the backstory to understand what's happening. Let's skip down a little bit. Think that's enough. What do we want here? The third year is all right. Skip me down to verse Egypt established. Skip me to 18.
Verse 18. And made war against Ptolemy.
The Ptolemies. Go ahead.
And made war against Ptolemy, king of Egypt.
The king of Egypt. The actual Egyptians. There's another thing you must learn about the white man. He is not the native of any land.
Right.
All that DNA test, 23andMe, Ancestry, that's a damn FBI database. They could take your DNA and try to pin crimes on you for shit you didn't do. So lock you. That's the purpose. The white man moved 1 million people from their land and put them somewhere else and put his people there and now says that's me. See, check the DNA. He is the devil that the Bible speaks of. The devil means deceiver. Your DNA doesn't tell you who you are. You are 100% whatever your father is. The seed of your father determines what race, what nationality you are, just like it says in the Bible. You understand? So now, this white man who was a general from Alexander the Great's army, he takes over Egypt. The people living in Egypt are not the ethnic Egyptians of the Bible. The ethnic Egyptians of the Bible are the Maasai tribe living down in Mozambique in South Africa. You understand? Those are the real ethnic Egyptians who hated us when we were there. White men, that's who Cleopatra is. That's who Mark Antony is. All of those are white men. None of those are actual Egyptians. You understand? White men moved in after they killed everybody, stole everything, and then they took the people's identity after they took their house. Same way they pretend to be Native Americans, like Cher and Chuck Norris, Walker, Texas Ranger, Johnny Depp. They do that everywhere they go. You understand? So keep going.
But Ptolemy was afraid of him.
The Africans were terrified of this white man. They knew these were savages. Keep going.
And fled.
He ran like hell. Keep going.
And many were wounded to death.
Many were wounded to death. They killed people running away from them. You understand? So when you see a white man killing unarmed blacks and Latinos, you should know from your training in the Bible that the white man is the devil, that he will kill an innocent child, a mother, a woman, someone who cannot fight him back, someone who's scared, that'll beg and plead, please don't hurt me. That's why you have to come into the UPK to learn that you don't beg a devil for mercy. You live your life in such a way that the Lord will stand with you, to where that devil will not be able to have an advantage to put you to death, which is exactly what taking the Greek culture sets us up for, that we don't have the Lord's protection and he can exercise his cruelty and power over us. That's why our people need a report to be trained. You understand? All right, so let's skip down. Egypt, just if we had a map here, you'd be able to see it. Egypt is at the very lower. There's an upper and a lower part of Egypt. The upper part of Egypt connects to the other side of where the land of Israel begins. So on a map, when you get from Egypt, you start to go to where the rest of the Middle East is. It was very common for us to go into Egypt when we had problems. When Christ was a baby, Christ left Jerusalem, which was north, to go down into Egypt to hide, because again, the white man who was under Herod the Great was killing our toddlers. You understand? That's why he had to leave until he wasn't a toddler anymore, because they were killing our babies, because it was prophesied that a king was born unto the Jews. And these same wicked men that persuaded our people to serve the Greeks, those same wicked men persuaded people to have Christ crucified, and they had power with the Romans. That's why they took Christ to Pontius Pilate, who was a Roman, to crucify him. And they didn't just kill him themselves, because they worked for the white man. They weren't concerned about what was best for our people, even though Christ was healing the sick and raising the dead. Shemagabar, go ahead.
It's like, sir, so will this Ptolemy be the same Ptolemy that today they try to say that was the founder of mathematics and astronomy and music theory and all that nature?
I ain't heard that they try to say Ptolemy was the father of all of that.
Okay.
There's a lot of the mathematics, they try to say that, first of all, he wasn't at the beginning of Egypt's reign.
No.
He wasn't at the beginning. The mathematics and science of Egypt was known during the days of Moses. This is probably hundreds of years after the death of Moses. You understand? Because after this, then we get to the New Testament, after the Greeks are ruling over us, and most of our people are speaking Greek. So that I haven't heard, but no, this wouldn't be that.
Oh.
All right, so let's see what we got. Let's skip down a little bit. Give me 20.
Verse 20. And after that, Antiochus had smitten Egypt.
He destroyed Egypt. He ran through there, stole all their temples, stole all their gold, took all their artifacts, moved his army in there. They just took whatever they wanted. Keep going.
He returned again in the 143rd year.
Keep going.
And went up against Israel and Jerusalem.
He went up against Israel and Jerusalem. That's why I just told you on the map where we situated. He came up against our cities. That's what so-called blacks, Latinos, Native Americans. We don't come from Africa. We come from the Middle East. The cradle of civilization and life always began in the Middle East. Samaria, Phoenicia, Mesopotamia, that has always been in the Middle East. It has never been in Egypt. It was never the Nile Valley civilization. It has always been in the Middle East. It is the land that the majority of the world's wars have been fought over. The same Iraq, the same Iran, Afghanistan, Israel, Palestine, Lebanon, Jordan, Yemen, the same place before they discovered oil, before they discovered gold, before they discovered all the lithium and ion and mineral resources to power all the electronic devices and these cameras and TVs and tablets. Before they discovered all of that, everybody was fighting over our land, because that is where the Garden of Eden was. That has always been the most precious and sought after land on the entire planet Earth. Always. You understand? So keep going.
And went up against Israel and Jerusalem with a great multitude.
They brought a great army to come and overthrow us as well. You understand? All right. Now they coming up to attack us. They done finished attacking and robbing everybody. And this is what the white man has always done. He wants world domination. That's what Spain did with the Spanish Armada. That's what the Portuguese conquistadors set out to do. That's what the British Empire set out to do. That's what America has set out to do. That's what the Holy Roman Empire set out to do. That's what the Nazis set out to do. The white man has always wanted to rule the planet. Always. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 21. And entered proudly into the sanctuary.
He entered with proudly and vain, with his arrogance and his power, entered to a place that no other race of people is allowed to come. Into these sanctuaries here, a white man is not allowed to come in here. An Arab, East Indian, African, they aren't allowed to come into the Lord's temple and sanctuary. You understand? Keep going.
And took away the golden altar.
Keep going.
And the candlestick of light.
He took away the candlesticks of light. That's why we burn these candles, to remember. He took our candles that lit up in the temple so that he could take over. You understand? A new regime with power. You understand? But the Lord had something to say about that. Keep going.
And all the vessels thereof.
He took all of the vessels, all the gold and wonderful silver things. He took them all for himself. He didn't care that they belonged to the Lord. He figured he is God. That's why the white man set himself up as Christ. When the Bible says Christ is black, the white man set himself up as the Most High. When the Bible says God in heaven is a black man with an afro sitting in a chair that's made of fire,
right,
with flaming spinning rims on his chair, with energy shooting out of his chair and fire in every direction, like a Super Saiyan from Dragon Ball Z. All the Asians make you believe that all of their culture is having superpower and flamed up with energy. That's our culture.
Right.
That come out the Bible. That doesn't come from them. You understand? And if you want, you can read that in Daniel chapter 9 and verse 7, where it describes how God was sitting on his throne in that vision that Daniel got. All right, keep going, Shemaiah Bar.
Verse 22. And the table of the showbread. And the pouring vessels.
He stole everything, all the things that are holy and dedicated unto the Lord. He decided that he should have it because he's great and mighty and powerful. You understand? Skip me down to 24.
Verse 24. And when he had taken all away,
he walked in the temple and stole everything. Keep going.
He went into his own land.
That's why we pray every Sabbath day, Psalms 83. Psalms, the 83rd chapter. King David had 40 years of war because if we were not fighting our enemies, then they would have came and done exactly what this bastard did. It's not just unique to the white man. We were in captivity under the Africans, and they did the same thing. Under the Asians, under the East Indians. That's what Purim is about. They wanted to kill us all because one brother decided he would not bow to a white man. They lied and said, none of them follow your laws. We should kill them all. These people hate us, and they also hate each other. That's why God made every people to be separate. We're not supposed to join them. They don't eat what we eat. They don't dress the way we dress. They don't even wash the way we wash. They don't use washcloth and soap and water and bathe and scrubbing and smelling good. That's our culture. You understand? The only reason they got introduced to washing and bathing and changing their clothes and their drawers every day is because we were their slaves. And while taking care of them, they learned that their babies would live longer if you washed their babies, that people would get a lot less sick if you didn't take a dump in the drinking water. Then before you know it, their culture started to live longer. They learn how to fight. They learn how to farm. They learn how to survive. Then they start to live longer. Then they realize we'd better keep these people in slavery forever. And that's what they're doing now. That's why America is so powerful. But it's time for America to end. That's what most of our people don't realize. Keep going.
Having made a great massacre.
A massacre. They murdered our people. They massacred us. When we left our homeland in the Middle East after the 70 AD destruction, we ran into Africa. That's how we ended up settling on the west coast of Africa after centuries of the 70 AD destruction. They came to get us. When did they come to get us? With 16 something? 14, 15?
1612.
Like 1612. We fled our homeland in the Middle East after the 70 AD, which is after death, 70 AD destruction. They had been looking to find us, and they came and got us on the west coast of Africa in the 1600s.
Right.
They knew they had to find us if they wanted to build the same power that Rome had, that Egypt had, that Babylon had. They knew to enslave us. Same thing America knows. That's why they turned on President Trump. He's ending America. Him trying to remove Latinos and Haitians, they work in tribe by tribe. That is the end of America. America does not have a labor force to replace us. They cannot replace Latinos. They could not replace us in those fields, farming tobacco, picking cotton. Their banks would fail. That's why they have to go to war with everybody else around the planet, because their cash cow, they're getting rid of it. They can't survive. Even if they stole everything, which is the whole purpose, so they can steal the money from Latinos, then steal them from Haitians, then steal them from West Indians, and then ultimately say black people aren't citizens anymore either, and go on and try to get rid of us too. That's the point. For those of you that don't realize, if you think that the Mexican is illegal and you're illegal, they treat the Mexicans the same way that they've always treated black people at traffic stops and in the court if the Lord is not with you. That's something that we have to understand as a people, that without the Bible, you won't learn. You wouldn't know that. All right. So let's skip down. Give me verse 25. We're going to skip down a lot. We got the basis of it. 25.
Okay, verse 25. Therefore, there was a great mourning in Israel.
We were in great mourning. Keep going.
In every place where they were.
Everywhere the white man came, we were in mourning. Same way it is today. The Bible says, if adversity, trouble come upon thee, know that thou shalt find him there first. If there's a food shortage, there's a white man somewhere paying farmers to not raise food. You understand? If there's a gas shortage, there's a white man somewhere paying to not release all the gas that's available. If there's a war over diamonds in Africa, there's a white man lying saying we only found 2 diamonds when he's got 1,000 diamonds sitting in the box. There's no shortage of resources in the planet. God didn't make the planet short of water, short of air, short of wind, short of land. There's enough of everything. The problem is the white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of, and he makes shortages so he can benefit. Even if he already has everything, he'll start to starve his own people to death just so that he can have more. You understand? That's the spirit. God called the white man the devil in the Bible. And that's a very important thing to learn for blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You understand? You can go ahead and keep reading.
Come on, verse 26. So that the princes and elders mourn.
The princes are the young rulers with power and authority. The elders are the ones that have been sitting in seats of authority. They remember how things were working and functioning, full of plenteous and resources that seen for generations how things are supposed to function, and now they're seeing how everything is broken.
Right.
Families are broken. The kids are destroyed. The education system has failed. The prisons are filled with us. The hospitals and cemeteries are filled with us. The princes and the elders are able to see that everything has gone wrong. Keep going.
The virgins and young men were made feeble.
The virgins and young men. The virgins means the young women of marriageable age. Virginity is tied to a menstrual cycle. A man cannot be a virgin. That's why I said virgins and young men. Everywhere you read the word if, and, or but, that's a very important thing to highlight and understand what is before and what is after. The young women who are of a marriageable age, this is whether they are married or not, they would still be a virgin. Virgin does not just mean a woman who has not had sex. The white man made that up because the Bible is not for them. Keep going.
And the beauty of women was changed.
Hold on, read it one more time.
And the beauty of women was changed.
No, I want you to start from the top of 26.
Come.
This is what happened under the white man.
Verse 26. So that the princes and elders mourn.
The princes and elders mourn. Where would the elders normally be? They'd be with their families. They'd be with their kids, their grandkids, their children. You understand? They'd be with their families. Where do the elders go now? Who knows where they go now? Where's the average elder going? Hold on one second. Let me get somebody else. First sister says like, right?
Nursing home.
They go in a nursing home. What was you gonna say, Armandale?
Assisted living.
They go in assisted living. Shemaga bar.
Prison.
They go to prison. God damn. Go to granny prison. God damn. But yes, the elders, you're supposed to be with your family, with your grandkids, with your kids, with your son and his wives and your grandchildren. That's who you're supposed to be with. When you forget, did you eat or not? When you forget, did you got your coat on before you go outside? You said, Grandma, you got to put your coat on. What? I don't have my coat? Granddaddy, you got to come eat. Hey, well, it's time to eat again? Granddaddy, you didn't eat, Granddaddy. You understand? Your people were supposed to be your safety net. You don't have a safety net no more. We going on the street. We going to stand in front of the corner store now because our family has deteriorated because we didn't started following white men. We ain't backing each other up no more. We fighting each other. We killing each other. We throwing each other away. This is a result of us taking the white man's culture. This is what Christianity did to us. It made us not value each other anymore. And as a result, keep reading.
The virgins and young men were made feeble.
Made feeble. A virgin, a young woman of marriageable age, that's a strong woman. She everywhere. She's strong. She can bear children. She can sew. She can do all manner of things. She's full of life and youth. You know what these same young women doing now today? They're on medicine. They full of depression. They're on drugs. They're on OnlyFans. They desperate for somebody to pay them attention. What are the young brothers doing? They dressing like a woman. They wear mama's dresses. They wearing lipstick. You understand? They confused about, am I supposed to be a boy or a girl? They on drugs. They strung out. Young black men was damn near like amateur bodybuilders for generations. 14, 15, how many push-ups? How many pull-ups can I do? How fast can I run? How much can I bench press and bicep? That was the damn standard. That's why the police was terrified of you. That's why they showed up 10 at a time. Now, we sick. Bad hearts, bad backs, bad kidneys. We on weed, we on cigarette, we on pills. We got all kind of disorders from centuries of oppression under this oppressor. They did this on purpose. You understand? Keep going.
And the beauty of women was changed.
The thing that made a woman beautiful became something different. The beauty of a woman was not something that was supposed to be shared with everybody. Everybody, a hoe might get everybody's attention for a moment. Don't nobody want to keep that hoe. Nobody want her around. Nobody want to be stuck around Cardi B or Megan Thee Stallion. You drunk, you having sex with everybody, you fighting, you causing trouble with your friends. Nobody can get along with you. You're getting people shot.
Most of the beefs in every hood is over some woman having sex with multiple men. That's what most of the neighborhood beefs is about. The things that's not related to drugs is solely about that. A woman's beauty is supposed to make your life last longer. The beauty of a woman, how can she care? How can she provide? How can she cheer you up? How can she talk you off the ledge? How can you be ready to kill everybody? And she said, what y'all fighting about? What you doing? Come in here. Sit down. That's your brother. That's your sister. Y'all got to work it out. Y'all can't behave like that. That was the beauty of a woman, not just her tail and her breasts and how well she can flaunt her sexuality. You understand? That's going to cheapen you as a woman. You understand? That cheapens you. Before, a sister would meet a man and they'd be together from 14 until 60, 70 years later. Now, you got goddamn old Gladys Knight and Stephanie Mills at 60 talking about, I'm still looking for somebody to share my life with. After she's been queen, diva, boss lady, rude, nobody can stand you for several decades. Now, this is what they've taught a young woman she's supposed to be. You don't need no man. Nobody tell you what to do. You do what you want. Your body, your choice. Kill the baby if you don't want it. Leave that nigga if he don't do whatever you want. Before you know it, look at your life. Look at the city. Look at the community. Everybody depressed, scared, sad, on drugs. That's not how we were as a people. This is how following the white man made us. You understand? This is what happened with the Greeks. Keep going.
Verse 27. Every bridegroom took up lamentation.
Took up lamentations, man. We were sad. We were sad. Us becoming like another race of people made us sad, made us depressed. It made us poor. You understand? We didn't have farms to eat anymore. We didn't grow our own food. We didn't have our own water. We didn't become our own doctors. We weren't taking care of each other like we were. Now, you go to the hospital, some white broad, what's her name? Annie something. She in the damn NICU breaking all the baby's bones for 20 years. You in labor pain and sweating and barely about to die trying to deliver a baby. And some infertile, ugly white woman is sitting there breaking your newborn's bones for 20 years. And don't nobody know how the baby's legs and fingers and stuff just keep getting broken. They figure it's a baby. The baby just crying because maybe it's hungry. Come to find out 20 years later, she in there committing acts of terrorism on the most vulnerable of us. What you got, Yaquab?
Sir, wasn't that the woman that was doing that down in Georgia?
No, she was in Virginia.
Oh, it was when you were saying that, I was thinking about the lady that was in Atlanta doing it too. They found her down there.
In Atlanta.
The sister pushed the baby out, and they all of a sudden they say the baby they cut the face or the head off or something like that.
Listen,
they had to think the baby was alive.
In St. Louis, we discovered for years, for about 15, 20 years, they had been lying to sisters, telling them that the baby died, and they would take and give the baby to white families.
Right.
Like, we're not supposed to be at the mercy of another race of people for our care. Integration made us at the mercy of strangers for our care. You understand? Who here has ever seen, who knows who delivers Chinese babies? You.
Chinese people.
Chinese people? Y'all went to the hospital before in the maternity ward? Anybody ever seen a brand new Chinese baby next to Deontay and Javier? Never. Never. Where they had their babies at? They not having their babies at the hospital with us? Yaquab?
They having them at home.
I don't know. I ain't been to their house. I know they're not at the hospital when I go. You understand? Because they're not going to give you access to their babies. Because they don't trust you, and they shouldn't trust you. And we shouldn't trust them. And we shouldn't have to trust them if we obeyed the Lord and stayed holy, which is separate. You understand? Not doing that makes us vulnerable. Keep going.
And she that sat in the marriage chamber was in heaviness.
She was in heaviness, she sat in the marriage chamber. Why? Because the white man then killed her husband at a damn traffic stop. The Greeks then killed her son, killed her husband. You understand? Like, this is what ended up happening. This is what they did to us. This is how they have power. Everywhere you see a white man with power and authority, the only way he got it is he had to do this to the people whose land he took. That's the only way white men get power. You understand? If their forefathers had not done this, they would still be in the caves of the Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, which is where white people come from. That's what the term Caucasian, it means cave dweller. The Caucasus Mountains of Georgia, Russia, they come from the actual caves. They don't come from the land like you and me and everybody else. That's why when they get power, you walk through the city, everything is covered in stone, in asphalt, in granite. They make a skyscraper 100 feet up in the air. You're living in a high rise, far away from the ground, because that's home to them. They're home all the way up in the sky. We don't want to be up there. It's an unnatural environment to be up in the sky on the 40th, 50th floor of the penthouse. But because we're under them, we end up subject to however we can survive. You understand? So now, they've taken us, we captives, they're destroying, they're tearing down our houses, they're burning down things. I think, what year was that? Where every other week they were setting an apartment complex on fire. Before they tore down Tidewater Gardens, they were setting apartment complexes on fire every week in Norfolk, in Portsmouth, in Richmond. It's like 2018, 2017, 17, 18. Every week there was 2 to 3 fires. Read 31.
Come, verse 31. And when he had taken the spoils of the city,
he took everything he wanted. Keep going.
He set it on fire.
They did what?
He set it on fire.
Rosewood, Florida. He did what?
He set it on fire.
Tulsa, Oklahoma. He did what?
He set it on fire.
Lincoln, Nebraska, the red summer of 1919. He did what?
He set it on fire.
He burned our homes down. Keep reading.
And poured down the houses and walls thereof on every side.
They tore down our homes. What happened to Tidewater Gardens? They tore down our homes on every side. The white man has always done this to us. You understand? All right. So now let's skip down some more. Just give me 34.
Come. Verse 34. And they put therein a sinful nation.
An evil people. You understand? This is what ended up happening. All right.
Wicked men.
Wicked men. An evil man. You understand?
And fortify themselves therein.
They made themselves strong. You understand? Give me 37.
Come. Verse 37. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary.
Every side of the sanctuary. Anybody that came to go to get to the place, to get instructions from the Lord, to come to serve the Lord, they went there, they waited there specifically to kill them. Just like the ICE agents waiting at the churches to arrest our Hispanic brothers. You understand? That's why we have something the church doesn't. That's called shamar. You understand? We don't hope that only good people show up. You understand? We're prepared for not good people to show up. Because if you love something or someone, you have to be able to protect them. You can't love with song and dance and hugs and kisses. That sounds good for a child. Love requires action. Christians don't love people. They prepared to pray at their problems. We're not going to pray at problems in here. You won't get prayer. You come in here with some bull. You understand? All right. Let's see what we got. Give me 37.
Verse 37. Thus they shed innocent blood on every side of the sanctuary.
They shed what kind of blood?
Innocent blood.
The Christian church, under the guise of our oppressor and the white man's witchcraft of his TV, of his news media, has made the world believe for a very long that the reason why blacks and Latinos have had problems in America is because they're all committing crimes. Everybody's committing crimes. Everybody's selling drugs. Everybody's being a criminal. And they found out that we are the number one people that not only have the most false arrests for being the wrong people, we have the most exonerations in criminal courts once it goes to trial, that this is not the person who did the crime that they have been sitting in jail for. You understand? We're the most exonerated people. And the ones that they found, the same way with our Latino brothers, they found out these not criminals at all. These are the people that's actually showing up to court, not skipping their court date. They demonize us because they are our enemy. We don't understand how an enemy works because church told us we don't have any enemies. They say God love everybody. We all God's children. And that's not what's written in the Bible. That's a dangerous thing to learn. When you teach your sons and daughters that we're all God's children and God loves everybody, your sons and daughters will turn around and kill each other. And that's a problem we have in the Black and Latino community because we have not been taught who God says is our enemy and how to operate among that enemy with him having authority and ruling over our people. That is a very important thing to learn. And they don't care who did the crime. That's another lie. The president of America is a felon. He admitted to the crimes that he did. He was tried in court and found guilty. And he still won the presidency. You understand? He's on the Epstein list. Everybody knows he's there. He's been there. Jeffrey Epstein was his best friend. There's pictures of them for years. They're holding back releasing the files because everybody knows he's in it. He knows he's in it. He's still the president. This place is not built on justice. Justice comes from the Lord. And that's why we must serve him for protection, for justice, and for everything that we need to operate in this society. They will kill the innocent. Keep going.
And defiled it.
And defiled it. They don't respect anybody's culture. In your mind, it may seem like, well, you believe what you believe, I believe what I believe. That's a lie. That's a lie. We are the people here in the UPK that will allow you to believe what you want, and we will believe what we want. Because if you go to school, they're not going to respect the fact that you say my kids don't celebrate Thanksgiving. Everybody's still going to say Happy Thanksgiving. Everybody's still going to say Merry Christmas. Everybody's still going to say Happy Valentine's Day. They're not going to change their culture to respect you unless you make them. You understand? And in here, we make people respect our culture because this is what the Lord gave us. And the Lord told us that he is a man of war, and you can't sing to get respect. You can't dance to get respect. You can't pray to get respect. You have to do the things that the Lord said, and that's what we do in here. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 38. And so much that the inhabitants of Jerusalem fled because of them.
And so much, the crime got so bad. The crime's so bad. You live somewhere, all the shootings in Philly, the shootings in DC. I got to get out of this neighborhood. They selling drugs everywhere. It's gangs everywhere. We got to move. It's too much. It's too much. We can't stay here. You understand? Anybody ever heard that before? Anybody ever said that before? This came because of the oppressor. Keep going.
Whereupon the city was made an habitation of strangers.
The city was made an habitation of strangers. Who knows what that is? Who knows what that's called? When the city where you from, where you're born, where you grew up, is now a place where all strangers live. I can't give it to you, Shabbat. Hold on. Come on, DeBar. What you got?
Salakia, sir. I believe they call it gentrification.
That's correct. Your city becomes gentrified. Your $1 slice of bread becomes a $4 slice of bread. Your $3 burger is a $7 burger. Your $2 worth of gas is $8 worth of gas. Your $40 electric bill is a $200 electric bill. This comes with gentrification because they already know you can't afford it because they destroyed your city. They already know if you're leaving, you either can afford more or you can't afford more, and they'll oppress you anyway, and they'll just rob whoever's there. That's why I said we were sold to mischief. This wasn't something that benefited us in the long run. This was something that somebody else was able to buy us now that we out the pocket with the Most High. All right. So go ahead and finish that 38.
and became strange to those that were born in her.
You seeing things that's strange. You understand? You don't know what this is. There was a time, I don't know how old you are, but I remember there was a time that every business where I was from, in the city, in the surrounding neighborhoods, everybody was black. The dry cleaners was a black family. The barbershop, black family. The carryout, JJ's Fish Market, black family. Wings and things on the corner, black family. Selling wings and ribs and fish sandwiches. The black shoe repairman, black man and his sons repairing shoes. The black electrical man doing plumbing, selling pipes and nails and screws and hammers, black family. Then one day, as time went by, I seen something that I'd never seen before in my life that was not on TV. The black man was gone. The fish market was there. The store was there. There was a little tiny man, a frail man with both eyes closed that I'd never seen before. And he stood where the black fish store was. And there was writing that I'd never seen in my life before. And it was in Chinese. And a Chinese man was now trying to sell me the same fish sandwich that I had been buying with my grandfather from a black man my entire life to that point. And then I went down to the other stores, and the place where the black man did the dry cleaning, there was a little Chinese woman there. And she was doing the dry cleaning now. And then I went back and I asked Grandma, I said, Grandma, what happened to all the black people? I've never seen this before. I take it this is what the Chinese is, because there were no Chinese where I was from, because there's not supposed to be any Chinese where you're from, because you're not Chinese. Just like if you went to China, they don't want to see your black behind there either, because you're not Chinese. It only makes sense if your people are respected. Then you would think, well, they just got a different culture. They Chinese, maybe they haven't seen you before. You'll come up with every excuse imaginable as to why you aren't accepted there, even though nobody will expect you to have a problem while everybody else just shows up on your doorstep. And then before you know it, all the black businesses were gone, little Chinese women running barbershops, the whole damn thing is over. You understand? This is a result of integration that the Lord told us never to do when he first made us a nation with Moses back in the Deuteronomy. You understand? So keep going.
And her own children left her.
You had to get out of here. The natives had to go. Crime got too bad. You understand? Got to get out of there. Can't afford it. Rent got too high. The mortgage that went up. Property taxes that went up. We got to go. Can't afford it here. Food costs too much. Can't do it. You understand? They'll price you out. That's also a symptom of having another nation of people over you. All right, so let's get some more. Give me 40. This is the great one. Give me, hold on one second. Oh, man, there's so much here. What my time looking like, you guys?
8:21, sir. 8:21.
All right. Give me 39. Damn.
Come. Verse 39. Her sanctuary was laid waste like a wilderness.
Meaning the great place where we would come to learn about the Lord. It wasn't like how we have now. There's 1,000 churches on every corner. Everybody swearing they know the Lord. None of those places are places where the Lord is. The only place the Lord set up now is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge under command of Johanna. The sanctuary, or the safe places that the Lord set up, which is what sanctuary means, now they destroyed it. They took everything, they destroyed it, they wiped it out, they took the gold, whatever it was that was wonderful and glorious, the white man just took for themselves. They don't have no respect to nobody's culture or nothing like that. They don't care about none of that. Keep going.
Her feasts were turned into mourning.
Now the days that the Lord told us to feast and celebrate is just a day of sadness. You can't celebrate anymore. Keep going.
Her Sabbaths into reproach, her honor into contempt.
That's right. They talk about we fatigued. We got black fatigue. I'm tired of hearing about you complaining about the crimes being done against you. We so fatigued. It's fatigue. You understand? All right. Give me, let's skip that. 41.
Come on. Verse 41. Moreover, King Antiochus wrote to his whole kingdom.
He wrote to all of his people, everywhere that he ruled. Keep going.
That all should be one people.
That everybody should be one people. That we should all be one people. We all together, y'all. Everybody, let's come together. We're going to integrate. We're not going to be black. We're not going to be this. We're going to all be Americans. Except some of the Americans don't get the same benefits as everybody else. If you Mexican, you less American. If you're a native, you're not quite an American. It's not really for you. If you're black, this doesn't really include you. You 3/5 of a man, but we all still equal. Everybody's equal. You just can't keep your culture. You can make your music. I just have to own it. Yeah. You can be a farmer. I just won't give you the subsidies that I'm giving white farmers to make sure that their farms don't destroy. You can't get it. You don't qualify. But everything is equal. You don't get the loan either. That's just for white people. You know, you can't go to these schools without the Civil Rights Bill and DEI, because we don't really want you here. But everything is equal and fair. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 42. And everyone shall leave his law.
This is really what it's about. That our people stopped keeping God's commandments. That we eat their foods, that we take their holidays, we celebrate their Christmas, their Thanksgiving, and before you know it, we won't even, you won't know about the Passover or Hanukkah. You'll be getting Christmas trees, preparing to burn your whole house down, putting a tree in your house and wrapping it around electrical lights. Perfect recipe for a fire. One of the most flammable. You can't hardly set a tree on fire, but you know a tree that's easy to set on fire? A pine tree that's full of sap. It's one of the most flammable things you can burn in nature is a damn pine tree. And that's what you put in your house for Christmas. And you won't know anything about Hanukkah. That's what happened. They passed a law that you could not keep your culture. It wasn't about integration. It was about wiping out your culture. That's the purpose. You understand? Keep going.
So all the heathen agreed according to the commandment of the king.
All the heathen agreed. They didn't have no problem with it. They say, whatever, let's go with it. Keep going.
Verse 43. Yeah, many also of the Israelites consented to his religion.
This new religion, we can do everything. You can do whatever it is that you want. You're free to do it. But you just can't keep your culture, because that comes from the Lord. That's the actual problem. From the very beginning of the Bible, God stopped everyone from being one people. That's what the Tower of Babel was in Genesis, the 11th chapter. He changed everybody's language so that we could not understand one another's speech. He made one big family of people, dozens of families of people, and he pushed them to different parts all throughout the world so that we could not unite and be one people, because God wanted one people special for him, and then everybody else would do whatever the hell they wanted, because he doesn't care about them. Just like they don't care about you. They don't care what happens to your local economy once the black shoe store is gone and everybody gets their shoes from China. They don't care what happens to that family once they take over the black fish market. They don't care that your business was in your neighborhood and now you got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning to travel an hour or two to get to work. And you sit in traffic most of your life. They don't care about that because it benefits them. This is the real world that the Lord was trying to teach us about. Keep going.
And sacrifice unto idols.
They sacrifice unto idols. They didn't care about your culture like they made it seem like. They didn't give a damn about that. You understand? So now let's skip going. So much here. Let's skip down. Give me 48.
Come on. Verse 48. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
They said to leave the children uncircumcised. Now, we're not going to keep God's commandments, not going to circumcise your sons on the 8th day the way that the Lord commanded. You understand? Keep going.
and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Who knows what it means when it says to make their souls abominable? Who has an idea what that means? You have a card?
Make them forsake the laws of the Most High.
That's correct, but it's a little more. It's a little more specific to the exact words that's in the scripture. Yaquab?
Make them evil.
It's specific. You're not wrong, but they're specific to the words that's in the scripture. Read it one more time, Shemaiah Bar. Read it slow.
Verse 48. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised.
This is about not just you. This is about your children. If they change who your children are, who you were, and they change who your children are, your children won't have any connection to you anymore. They won't be connected to your forefathers and your ancestors. They won't be connected to your heritage and your stories. They'll be connected to Santa Claus. They'll be connected to the Easter Bunny. They'll be connected to the Tooth Fairy. And then when they want to go and learn about being strong and powerful, they'll go to look for you with Spider-Man and Batman and Superman. You was going to say something?
I was going to ask when it says they should also leave their children uncircumcised, mean like their children should have like no type of protection.
It's specifically told, we got a law in the Bible that all the male children are to be circumcised on the 8th day.
Right, Genesis.
That is a covenant that the Lord required. You understand? But it's more. The point that I have you reread it again is what's after this. That I want you to read after the and then I'm gonna ask that question again. Keep going.
And make their souls abominable.
Pause. Who understands what that means? Where it says make their souls abominable. Who knows what a soul is? Who knows? Because this scripture won't make sense if you don't know what these words mean. It's something very specific. This wasn't just done so that you follow the new people's culture. It's specific. Who knows what a soul is? Anybody knows? Yaquab. Shalimar know. What is it, Shalimar? Go ahead, Yaquab.
Your soul is I ain't trying to sound, I don't want to sound spooky. Right? It's like your life, like
yes,
your life force, like
yes,
who you are, your essence.
Yes, yes. Now, who knows what abominable is? Know what that is? Zaraka?
Strong hatred. A strong hate, Salakia, sir, strong hatred or disgust.
It's you on it. You on it. It's abominable is something that the Lord hates. The purpose for these laws, the purpose to stop you from keeping God's commandments is to instill into your being to be something that God hates. That was the purpose. As much as everybody loves Christmas, God hates Christmas. As much as everybody fight for the LGBT and the rainbow and all of that, God hates it. As much as we fight for Mother's Day, Father's Day, Easter, birthday, and fight for church, God hates it. As much as we fought for integration, I don't see race. It ain't about color. Black, ebony and ivory, like Michael Jackson and Paul McCartney said. God hates it. It was to put something in your soul that made you, at your very essence, something God would hate. From being a drug dealer, from killing your babies, to interracial marriage, to divorces, to abortion, to killing your brother, to hating your brother and sister. It made us at our core something that God would hate. And as a result, we would not have any protection from the Lord, because the Most High hated sinners and repays vengeance unto the ungodly. This is why the preachers keep teaching us we don't have to keep God's commandments. It puts us in a dangerous position You understand? Keep going.
With all manner of uncleanness and profanation.
Right. And what is the purpose? 49.
Verse 49. To the end.
To the what? Hold on. To what?
To the end.
This is the end goal of this. It's not about everybody coming together. It ain't about accepting all cultures. This is the goal. Keep going.
They might forget the law.
That they might forget the law. Who know you're not supposed to eat pork and shrimp? Ask your mama. Ask your sister. Ask your aunts. Ask your cousin. Ask your friends at school. Ask your friends at work. Ask any black or Latino you know. Is there something we are or not supposed to eat? Everybody tell you pray over, we eat whatever the hell we want. And then go straight to the hospital. Keep going.
And change all the ordinances.
And change all the laws that God set up. Everything gets changed. Keep going.
Verse 50. And whosoever will not do according to the commandment of the king.
If you decided that you were going to serve the Most High, whoever decided they weren't going to obey the king and turn on the Most High, keep going.
He said, he should die.
They say they're going to kill something. Oh, yeah? They're going to kill something. If we don't obey the king, they finna kill somebody. That's what they said. Uh-huh. Give me 52.
Come on, verse 52. Then many of the people were gathered unto them.
People gathered, they gathered. Keep going.
To wit, everyone that forsook the law.
Everybody that forsook the law. Keep going.
And so they committed evils in the land.
They said, man, I guess we can't be Israelites no more. We have to change. We got to be Greek now. Can't go to Sabbath no more. We can't be doing that no more. They say they're gonna kill us. We have to eat pork now. We have to eat shrimp. We can't keep the Sabbath days no more. We're gonna have to do Christmas and birthdays and Thanksgiving, Mother's Day, Father's Day. You understand? I guess we can't serve the Lord no more. We're gonna have to be something different. Keep going.
And drove the Israelites into secret places.
Now we got to serve the Lord in secret. Keep going.
Even wheresoever they could flee for succor.
Succor means help or safety. Wherever we could flee for help and safety. Serving the Lord has always been something that the other nations of people wanted to stop us from doing. Christ walked with 12 disciples. He had trained soldiers, not choir boys. He had trained soldiers with swords, men of war. That's exactly who Jeremiah was. That's who Samuel was. That's who Moses was. That's who Adam was. That's who Joshua was. The notion that the Christian church has taught us that a man of God is supposed to be somebody screaming and squealing about Jesus in uncomfortable shoes, sliding on the church carpet in an Easter suit, loving everybody, hugging everybody, kissing everybody, singing at problems. That's not a man of God. You're not going to be able to serve God that way. Not when Dylan Roof come to church with you and kill everybody. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 54. Now the 15th day of the month, Caslu.
Right, now we get into it. The 15th day of the month. They done stopped us. You understand? Give me down to verse 60.
Come. Verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women.
They killing the sisters. They killing mamas. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of. He been the devil. He's still the devil now. You understand? Don't mistake a smile at Starbucks or Trader Joe's to think that the white man, woman, and child is not the devil. God made people. God said the white man is the devil. You can't limit what you think to how God's word operates. He know better. He made people. Keep going.
That had caused their children to be circumcised.
He killing mamas. You understand? When you see ICE taking away babies from Latino mothers, crying and screaming, they're taking mothers away from babies and dads away. It's a shock to most people because most people that open the Bible and believe that they think they know the Bible, they don't realize the white man has always been doing this, but now it's on camera so that everybody can see it. They were doing it to us for centuries. Nobody gave a damn. But now it's on camera. And don't be fooled to think that they care about what's happening to you. They care about how it makes them feel that they are these people. They're more concerned about the embarrassment of being these people than the evil that these people are doing, because they still going to celebrate Thanksgiving every year. They're not going to stop that. They're going to celebrate Columbus. They ain't going to stop that. They're going to pledge allegiance to the flag. They ain't going to stop that. You understand? All right. So now skip me down to 61.
Verse 61. And they hanged the infants about their necks.
They did what?
They hanged the infants about their necks.
They hung our babies. They put ropes around our babies and they hung them. Right next to mama, same way the same white man did on all the lynching postcards in the 20s and 30s and 40s. They've always done this. This has been their culture. Give me 64.
Verse 64. And there was very great wrath upon Israel.
There was great wrath, man. They were bad. They were terrible. They were doing all manner of horrible things, man. Give me verse 2. Give me chapter 2, verse 1.
This first Maccabees, chapter 2, verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias.
Mattathias rose up. You understand? In these days when these terrible things are going on, God has always risen up the prophets. He's always risen up men to stand with the Most High in the face of adversity and trouble. You understand? Keep going.
The son of John. The son of John.
The son of John. Keep going.
The son of Simon.
The son of Simeon.
Simeon.
There you go. Keep going.
A priest of the sons of Jarib.
There you go. Keep going.
From Jerusalem. And dwelt in Modin.
You understand? Can't be no soft cat and serve the Lord. You can't be weak and scary and serve the Lord. That ain't gonna work. The king say he killing people for not obeying him. That's what he said. He killing your mama, he killing your kids, killing your baby, killing your grandma. He don't give a damn. You can't be no scary cat showing up for choir rehearsal and serve the Lord. That ain't gonna work. You understand? We had to be something different. We something different in the UPK. You understand? Skip me down to verse 7.
Verse 7. He said, woe is me.
He said, woe is me. Keep going.
Wherefore I was born to see this misery of my people.
Why was I even born to see this terrible thing happen to my people this way? To see all the terrible things that happen. You understand? Skip me down to 13.
Verse 13. To what end, therefore, shall we live any longer?
Man, why are we even still alive? Why would we keep living considering this evil that's being done to us, man? This is terrible. You understand? Now, skip me down to 15.
Verse 15. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, his chief advisors that he sent to rule over our cities, because our wicked leaders made a deal with them. And here is something that you have to understand. As powerful as Alexander the Great is, as powerful as all these other world leaders and rulers are, they would not have had any power to do anything over us if we served the Lord. They would have had no power, none. You understand? The power they have to rule over us simply comes from us not obeying the Most High. You understand? Celebrating Christmas, eating pork, smoking weed, that gives them power to rule over us because the Lord will not protect us. That's how they get their power. You understand? Keep going. Such as compelled the people to revolt.
He compelled the people to revolt. The king's officers came and told the people, listen, you ain't got to do this. You don't have to fight. You understand? I know y'all strong. Y'all ain't scary. Y'all tough. You ain't, listen, it don't have to be this way. You strong, we're gonna give you a prominent position in the city. We'll make you mayor. We'll give you a good government job, give you a pension and a salary with benefits. We're gonna take care of y'all. Everybody gonna be good. You ain't got to struggle like this. You understand? I see you tough, man. You strong. That's good, man. We can use somebody like you. What the armies used to say, the Marines said, a few good men. You understand? So give me where you at? 15?
Oh, I'm at the end of 15, sir.
Go ahead, finish 15.
Came into the city, Modin.
They came to the city where Mattathias was. That's why it's important to have a strong man run the city. You got a weak man run the city, he'll go, fall up under the king to save his own life. And then what happens to all the other people? You understand? Who gives a damn? As long as I get to live. You understand? That's not how a man of the Lord is supposed to be. But that's who we've learned about God from. They're not willing to do or say the uncomfortable and the hard things because they're not men of war, but God is. Keep going.
To make them sacrifice.
They want to make the people sacrifice. This city said they ain't sacrificing. Why is this city unlike all the other cities? It's going to tell you why. Give me 16.
Verse 16. And when men of Israel came unto them.
Many of Israel came unto them. These is the representatives of the king that's saying, y'all got to fall in line, man. Your city ain't doing right. Y'all still keeping the old way. That's over. The king sent us to come talk to y'all, man. Y'all don't want what happened, how we just destroyed these other people, man. Y'all don't want to be them. You see what happened, you know we coming. You got to get down. Keep going.
Mattathias also and his sons came together.
Mattathias and his sons was there too. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 17. Then answered the king's officers.
The king's officers is talking. Keep going.
And said to Mattathias, on this wise.
This is what they said to him. This is how they talked to him. On this wise, meaning this is how they broke it down to him. Keep going.
Thou art a ruler.
You got sway in this town. You the man. Keep going.
And an honorable and great man in this city.
This your city. You the big dog around here. It's you. All this you. Keep going.
And strengthened with sons and brethren.
You got sons and brethren. That's an important thing. America want to make sure you don't have sons and brethren. America want to make sure your brethren is in the street killing each other and your sons is dead or strung out on drugs or trying to love America or joining their military, their police force. You understand? Your sons have to be taught to have the spirit of God. That's what's in the UPK. That's how things get fixed. Every other way we've tried. We joined different religions. We went to the military. We voted. We got government offices. We did hustle. We did stole. We rapped. We played sports. We've tried everything imaginable. Tried to change race, change gender, change every goddamn thing. None of it worked. Now we're going to have to stand with the Lord because America's about done. You understand? Then they just closed. They closed like 10 schools in Norfolk in 1 year. This place is over. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 18. Now, therefore, come thou first.
Come what?
Come thou first.
The first Negro to integrate baseball. What?
Come thou first.
You can be Jackie Robinson. What?
Come thou first.
You're gonna break the color line, right? Keep going.
And fulfill the king's commandment.
You're gonna be the first black so-and-so to do this for the white man. Just think about it. They're gonna talk about you in history. You're gonna be the first. Keep going.
Like as all the heathen have done.
Like as all the heathen. But we're not heathen. We ain't supposed to be the first among them. Keep going.
Yea, and the men of Judah also.
See, the rest of your brothers, they did it too. They getting high. They on drugs. They run the street. They gang banging. They blood. They GDs. Like everybody else, just fall in line. They vote. They join the army. They join the Marines. They sailors. They shipping off. You got to just fall in line, man. Keep going.
And such as remain at Jerusalem.
All the people that's still there, they alive. Everybody else is dead. You ain't got to die about this. Keep going.
So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends.
You're going to be the king's friends. Your whole house. That's your sons, your daughters, your nephew, your brothers. Y'all going to be straight. Everybody going to be straight, man. All you got to do is fall in line. Listen, we're going to take everything anyway. It's your chance. It's your opportunity. You're going to make it big, man. You think you big now, you're going to be the friend of the king. He's going to call you by name. You're going to get personal invites to his house. Keep going.
And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold.
Oh, they got Jesse Jackson there. They got Al Sharpton. They got Martin Luther King. You're going to be honored with silver and gold. Get a statue. Give you that money. That's what the preachers love. That money. Farrakhan been having that Million Man March, getting big garbage bags of money from millions of black people every year. And he take that money and get in a helicopter and go God knows where. You understand? And no city sees that money. Not Detroit, not Chicago. No city sees that money. Don't know where he go with that money.
Philly full of Muslims.
Philly full of Muslims. Chicago full of Muslims. Everybody Muslim. Getting shot, getting killed, going to court, getting arrested on false charges, can't afford the lawyer, cabinets empty, no winter coat, no shoes, no Pampers for the baby. Everybody Muslim. Farrakhan get cash. Every Million Man March anniversary. Take that money, say a few good words, go and get a jet out. Everybody smile and feeling good. He gone. That's the leaders we have. But that's not who God appointed. God appointed Commander General Yohana. You understand? That's who the Lord set up. You understand? Damn right. Wrap it up. This brother here that we learning about. You understand? It's going to take some serious strength to not be a coward when everybody else would just fall in line, because that's how things go. But that's not how the Lord said. Things don't go that way with the Most High. Keep going.
And many rewards.
Yeah. This answer comes from the Lord. You got to stand with a man of God. Give me verse 19.
Verse 19. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice.
Mattathias didn't answer him like no preacher. He didn't answer like no whisper. He didn't send him an email or a text message. Mattathias answered with a loud voice. Keep going.
Though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him.
So everybody, all the people you got power over, they obey you. I see that. Keep going.
And fall away everyone from the religion of their fathers.
Oh, they all throw away their father's culture. They ain't keeping their own customs. They following you. Keep going.
And give consent to his commandments.
They follow all of his rules. They didn't throw away their gods. They follow his rules and they consent to his commandments. Keep going.
Verse 20. Yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers.
I don't give a damn about none of that.
That's right.
Me and my brother and my sons, we gonna serve the Most High. What y'all came to do? Y'all came to kill something? Y'all came to take something? What y'all came to do? Y'all here, right? Y'all here to force somebody to serve y'all God, right? You brought Allah with you, right? You brought Caesar Borgia with you, right? You brought Krishna with you, right? Y'all bad, right? Let's see. Let's see. Your God with you? Mine is here. We here. We ain't serving your God. I don't give a damn what the king said. My sons ain't serving your God. My brothers ain't serving your God. And what you came to do? That's what Mattathias said. That came from the Lord. The Lord ain't saying no damn song. No Kirk Franklin playing in the background. With no Hezekiah Walker. With no Shekinah Glory playing in the background. It was DMX playing in the background. King Von playing in the background. Nobody playing with them. Keep reading.
Verse 21. God forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinance.
Ain't no way in hell we turn it on the Most High for y'all. The Lord killing, he make alive. You only kill who the Lord give you power to kill. We standing with the Lord. If the city fall, the city gonna fall, but we still gonna serve the Lord. Because when you die, you come back. You understand? The Lord give a man power. The Most High rules in the kingdom of men. And he set over it whosoever he choose. and you die now and you'll come back later. Better to die standing with the Most High than you come back better the next time. The heathen don't understand the Bible. The Lord didn't tell them nothing. The Lord told Mattathias, you're going to stand with him. Some lines getting drawn. They big, bad, and terrible. We got a terrible enemy. Mattathias said, nah, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing none of that. Give a damn who sent you. Let's see. Keep going.
Verse 22. We will not hearken to the king's word.
We ain't hearing nothing the king got to say. Keep going.
To go from our religion.
To go from our culture that the Lord gave us. Keep going.
Either on the right hand.
Not a little bit over here.
Or the left.
Not a little bit over there. We don't give a damn. Keep going.
Verse 23. Now when he had left speaking these words.
When he finished saying these words, keep going.
There came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar, which was at Modin.
Here comes Al Sharp. Oh, greasy, slick talking, scurly, slimy. He said, well, they might not want to do it, but I'll take the gold. I'll take the silver. We're going to do it. They don't speak for everybody in the city. Praise God. You understand? Hallelujah. We're going to get this. The Lord got a blessing with my name on it. You understand? You're going to come and do it. Keep going.
According to the king's commandment.
Listen, he don't want to obey the king. I'll obey the king. You know, you ain't got to worry about it, Mattathias. I'll take it. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 24. Which thing when Mattathias saw?
When Mattathias saw, after he just stood for the Lord and told the king, ain't nobody in our city going to take your customs. Nobody. This whole city belonged to me. Yeah, that's right. Me and my sons and my brothers. And you don't run nothing over here. And then here come a traitor. These are the same traitors is the reason we speak in Greek in the New Testament. Because the traitors just like this. Keep going.
He was inflamed with zeal.
He was inflamed with zeal. Zeal has a specific definition. Zeal is a desire to do the will of God. That's what zeal is. You understand? He was inflamed. He was full of anger and zeal. What Mattathias said came from the Most High. And then here comes a wicked man to dissuade the people from standing with the Most High. Keep going.
And his reins trembled.
His reins trembled. His reins, his core. He's so angry. He's full of the zeal of the Lord that he's shaking. He's furious that after he stood for the Lord, here comes some coward to sell the people out for his own personal gain. Keep going.
Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to judgment.
According to what?
According to judgment.
According to what?
According to judgment.
Judgment. Who knows what judgment is? It's a very specific thing that the Christian church doesn't teach. And everybody who talks about judgment, when they say, you can't judge me, don't judge, you shouldn't be judging, who knows what judgment is? Judgment specifically is punishment. If I tell you what you're doing is wrong, that's not judgment. If you do it and then I hit you, that's judgment. Judgment is the punishment. And the punishment for serving another God, according to the law, keep reading.
Wherefore he ran.
He ran because he's full of the zeal of the Lord. And nobody better not go out there and do this. You understand? You end up in prison. This is a different time. These were the Lord's instructions. The Lord ain't instructing you to do nothing but come to class. God does not talk to you. You understand? You come to class to find out what the Lord wants you to do, say, and know. You understand? Keep reading.
And slew him upon the altar.
And he killed him on the altar. He slew him for betraying the Lord and enticing the people on the brink, watching their people die and suffer to stand with the Lord. This traitor is going to throw it all away, and he's going to go sneak by and say, yeah, king, we'll serve you. Nah, he's supposed to die for that. And the problem is the leaders we have are the same traitor. But in this wicked kingdom of America, you don't die for being wicked. You flourish being wicked. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 25. And the king's commissioner.
Yeah. The king's commissioner, all the
Like-
people. Go ahead.
I messed up. Slide. Also, the king's commissioner,
Go ahead.
who compelled men to sacrifice.
He compelled men. He encouraging men to go and get some pork and sacrifice on the altar, something that's unlawful. Keep going.
He killed at that time,
He killed all of them. He killed the king's men. He killed the traitor. Keep going.
and the altar he pulled down.
He tore the whole altar down. Nobody sacrificing anything on this altar against the Most High because he's standing with the Lord. Keep going.
Thus, verse 26, thus dealt he zealously,
Zealous.
slightly,
Slow it down.
zealously, zealously, slightly.
There you go. There you go. You got
Thus dealt he zealously
it.
for the law of the Most High,
He did for the law of the Most High. He stood with the Lord. Keep going.
like as Phineas
Phineas.
did unto Zambri.
He did unto Zambri. This was a brother who married an Ethiopian woman after everybody being told that we are not allowed to have interracial marriages. This brother proudly went and took a heathen woman to go and have sex with her and marry her, and he was put to death for doing such a thing, because that act would have gotten thousands of people killed when the angel came through, and one man compromised us serving the Lord, which is exactly what he was going to do. Before all of this happened, there were wicked men that joined them, and then they encouraged people to stop serving the Lord. And then the evil men who wanted to come and take everything from us, they got stronger and stronger. And before you know it, our babies and mothers and sisters are getting hung from trees. This is the cost of a traitor. The Lord wanted him to die. He died. Keep going.
The son of Salom.
The son of Salom. All right. His father made a horrible son. We could have done without that boy. Keep going.
Verse 27. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice.
Mattathias is running through the city on horseback with a loud voice. You understand? If you are someone who is not accustomed to obeying the Lord, you won't know the voice of the Lord when you hear it. If you've been listening to preachers and ministers and imam your whole life, it'll be very difficult for you to hear and know that this is the voice of the Lord. That's why we have camp and go out on the streets and do lectures and do teachings all over the world, because it is very difficult for our people to hear the voice of the Lord while everyone else pretends to be a man of God. So we make it very clear. If you are not in the ISUPK, you are not in the truth. God is not with you. The Lord does not talk to you. You are not authorized to teach the Bible. You are not authorized to lead or be a ruler over Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are not. We make it very clear for everyone. Everybody who is Black, Latino, and Native American is supposed to be in the ISUPK under commanding General Yohana, which is who Christ put in charge on the planet Earth until he returns. We make it very simple for everyone. On every video, in every lecture, before and after, every camp speaking, every time a brother goes up, every time a brother steps down, we make it clear, which no one will make it clear for a people who is in captivity. No church tells you not to go to another church. Everybody says find a church home that suits your needs. No mosque tells you don't go to another mosque. No religion tells you don't go to another person doing the same religion. We have no religion at all. This is our custom and our culture, and you will not learn it, and you cannot be in it if you are not in here. That's the same thing Christ said with his disciples. Keep going.
Whosoever is zealous of the law.
Whoever is zealous of the law, you have a desire to serve the Most High and keep his commandments. Keep going.
And maintaining the covenant.
And you want to keep the covenant that the Lord gave, our Sabbath services, our high holy days. Keep going.
Let him follow me.
Let him follow me. You understand? It's war. It's the only way you're going to stand for the Lord is a war. You can't have a war without warriors. You can't have a war or men of God without men of war. There's no way to have them. Our people are looking for whatever looks strong outside of here, looking for the Lord. And they don't understand that the Lord is in here and only in here. You understand? I'm gonna give you this last piece. Go ahead.
Verse 28. So he and his sons fled into the mountains.
He and his sons fled into the mountains. The Lord cried with a loud voice, it's time for everybody to leave the city and go into the mountains to meet Mattathias. Keep going.
And left all that ever they had in the city.
They left everything they owned in the city and went to the mountains. Keep going.
Verse 29. Then many that sought after justice.
Hold on. Many that did what?
Sought after justice.
No justice, no peace. What?
Sought after justice.
They want to have a rally. They want to have a march. They got signs. They dancing in the street. They with Antifa and Black Lives Matter. They waving. They want to go pray for the city and hold candle lights and wear t-shirts. You understand? All in the city. They want to take back our streets. They sought justice. Keep going.
And judgment.
They say this ain't right. This not right, y'all. Keep going.
Went down into the wilderness.
They went to a separate place. They went in the wilderness. They had their own separate meetings. They had their own leaders, their own followers, their own beliefs. You understand? With their own groups and churches and temples and marches and Panthers and fake Israelite groups and Moors and Moorish science. They had their own way of going about it. Keep going.
To dwell there.
They went to live. They said, we leaving the cities too. We're going to do our own thing. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 30. Both they
packed up and left. What else?
And their children.
They took their children too. What else?
And their wives.
They took their wives too. We getting out of this city, y'all. Keep going.
And their cattle.
And they took all of their cattle, all their stuff with them. Keep going.
Because afflictions increased sore upon them.
Because of what?
Afflictions.
Pain and suffering. It got too difficult for them. Did what?
Increased sore upon them.
Upon who?
Upon them.
Upon who?
Upon them.
Because now they got personally affected. They didn't give a damn when the Lord sent Mattathias to tell them it's time to go now. But now they personally affected. They had enough. They fed up now. It wasn't that serious when Mattathias went and killed them people on the altar. It wasn't that serious. It ain't take all that. It ain't that bad. You ain't got to do all that yelling on the corner. You ain't got to wear black and be in boots and growing beards and calling the white man the devil. It is not that serious. All that, talking about race, and it ain't that serious. Jesus is black. All of that, you know, I don't celebrate Christmas, but I can't eat pork, can't smoke weed, got to cut my dreadlocks. Nah, it ain't that serious. It don't take all that. But you know what? It ain't right what they doing. We gonna march. We want justice. We got our own way. We don't have to believe the way that you believe. We still doing the same thing. That's what they said to Mattathias. But the Lord was with Mattathias, and they were accustomed to ignoring the Lord. That's why they didn't go when the Lord said it was time to go. You understand? So they went to the wilderness. Give me 31.
Verse 31. Now when it was told the king's servants.
The king's servants found out. What did they find out? Keep going.
And the host that was at Jerusalem.
The army in Jerusalem. Keep going.
In the city of David.
City of David, capital city. Keep going.
That certain men.
Certain men.
Who had broken the king's commandment.
Certain men broke the king's commandments. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we broke the king's commandments. We went with Mattathias to the wilderness, to the mountain, Salakia, where God said you are supposed to go if you want to serve the Lord. If you want to keep the commandments and you want the Lord on your side, where were you supposed to go? Where were you supposed to go, everybody? Where were we supposed to go? Oh, y'all stayed in the city? y'all didn't pay attention? Go ahead, Yabakar. Now, where did the Lord say you were supposed to go at this time? The wilderness. That's right. You're supposed to be in the wilderness. They left a little later. No, we were supposed to go in the mountains. Mattathias said, follow me and come to the mountains. Mattathias killed the tax collectors and tore the altar down. These people waited until they got fed up, and then they went in the wilderness. The king's collector and the king's men in the city said that the people that did it went to the wilderness. This is what happens if you don't follow the man that the Lord set up. You might think you're doing the same thing. You might think you're saying the same thing. You might think you feel the same way. You might know something is wrong and you want to get involved, but the Lord ain't going to be with you doing your own thing. That's what our people never learn. All of our people doing their own thing, and the Lord ain't with nobody outside of here. You understand? Keep going.
We're gone down into the secret places in the wilderness.
It wasn't a secret place they already knew about. The place the Lord said to go was in the mountains. They already knew about where they was going. Keep going.
Verse 32. They pursued after them a great number.
Whole army chased them. Keep going.
And having overtaken them.
They didn't have men of war with them. They had protesters. They wasn't having camp. They was having a protest. They didn't have shamar. They didn't have security. They had choir boys. They had event coordinators. They had group organizers. That's what they had. They didn't want to follow the Lord. They had a better way of doing it. See what that got. Keep going.
They camped against them.
Oh, they camped against them. For those of you that don't know that word, camp means when the army is ready to attack you. That's what camp means. We go to camp. We don't protest in here. We go to camp. Camp is warfare and battle. That's what we do in here. We don't have church or Bible study. Keep going.
And made war against them on the Sabbath day.
They made war against them. They ready to kill something. They was ready to kill something too when they came up against Mattathias. What happened?
Verse 33, Slaki. And they said unto them.
This is what they said to them. Go ahead.
Let that which ye have done hitherto suffice.
Everything that you've done so far, let that be enough. Let that be enough. Y'all did that. Y'all rebelled. Y'all showed y'all was tough. Y'all ain't going. That's enough. That's enough, y'all. Keep going.
Come forth.
Come on out. Come on out now. That's enough, y'all. Keep going.
And do according to the commandment of the king.
Do what the king said, y'all. Y'all had y'all fun. Y'all caught a couple bodies. I understand. It's all right. Ain't no big deal. No harm done. Y'all come on out. Keep going.
And ye shall live.
You gonna live. We're gonna let you live. It's all right. We understand you had to show you were strong. We did it. It's all right. You understand? Keep going.
Verse 34. But they said.
This is what they said. You understand? Keep going.
We will not come forth.
We ain't coming out. Keep going.
Neither will we do the king's commandment.
They say we standing on business too. We ain't gonna do the king's commandment. We not coming out. Keep going.
To profane the Sabbath day.
We gonna keep the Sabbath day. They think they serving the Lord. They didn't care about serving the Lord when it was time to follow Mattathias. They figured they was gonna serve the Lord their own way. There's a ton of fake Israelite groups about to get a lot of people hurt thinking that they've been serving the Lord all these years. Now we've been warning everybody for decades. You are not in the truth. Commander General Yohana said for years, all schools, all camps are ordered to come back to the original school. You should not be teaching. You should not be leading people. You should not. You don't know what you're doing. Time is running out. Been saying that for decades. Keep going.
Verse 35. So then they gave them the battle with all speed.
They ran down on them. Full speed ahead. Keep going.
Verse 36. Howbeit they answered them not.
They said they're not answering them. These are protesters. They protesters. They not men of God. The men of God are men of war, not protesters. You understand? Keep going.
Neither cast they a stone at them.
This is something that you must understand as well. A lot of our people think that getting politically active and marching and all of those wonderful things and letting your voice be heard. Here's the thing. If a man wants to kill you, you waving your sign don't make him not want to kill you. He ready to kill something. You telling him, F you, this is my rights, my rights. He came there to kill something. You ain't there to kill nothing. You ain't there to fight him. You ain't prepared for him to try to take your life. That's why he there. He there to hurt something. You not there to get hurt. You also ain't there to defend yourself. And the Lord is not with you. Our people are playing games in politics with a monster. These people are monsters. Not because I said it, because God said he made them monsters. God make monsters. He said, I make peace and I create evil. I, the Lord, do these things. God said the white man is the devil. I didn't make this up. He said the white man was the devil before we even got here. You understand? Keep going.
Nor stopped the places where they lay hid.
They ran into all the hiding places everywhere. Keep going.
Verse 37. But said, let us all die. Slacky, let us die all in our innocence.
They said we innocent, y'all. We got our hands up. We all innocent. We're going to die in our innocence. You see, we surrender. We surrender. They didn't give a damn about that, man. Walter Scott had his hands up. Eric Garner had his hands up. Terrence Crutcher had his hands up. You understand? Oscar Obrego had his hands up. Tatiana Jefferson was in our house. Sandra Black, hands up, don't shoot. Hands up, don't shoot. That didn't work. They don't care nothing about that. Keep going.
Heaven and earth will testify for us.
They said everybody gonna see that they did something evil. Keep going.
That ye put us to death wrongfully.
You're gonna be shamed for killing us. The white man ain't shamed about murdering nobody. They don't care about killing no innocent people. They try to appeal to their human nature. You understand? That ain't what the Lord said to do, though. They learned that lesson that day. Keep reading.
Verse 38. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath.
They figured the Sabbath day mean that we can't fight y'all on the Sabbath. We supposed to we supposed to be like Jehovah's Witnesses. It's the Sabbath day. We can't defend ourselves if you want to kill us. Nah, that's not what's in the Bible. They weren't following the Lord. They didn't know the Bible. And the man that God sent to lead them, they decided they wasn't going to follow him. And that's what got them killed. Keep going.
And they slew them.
They slew them. Keep going.
With their wives and children and their cattle.
They didn't just get themselves killed. Read that again.
With their wives and children and their cattle.
Everything that they thought was more important than following Mattathias that they took with them to the wilderness, they lost their lives and got everybody else's life lost too. Keep going.
To the number of 1,000 people.
1,000 people died because they thought they knew better than the man that the Lord set up. That's a very important lesson. This is at the beginning of this war. You understand? So from there, we're going to pick it up. You understand? Clap it up, clap it up. That's how the war started. That's how it started. All right. So we're going to pick it up again. Finish that. So we doing here. Shamar. All right. With that, you got it. Shamar. And with that, I pass the class over to the priest and officer, Yaquah.
ISUPK security announcement. Well, the ISUPK started on the 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for a year. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After a year, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3:8-10 means 10th in Hebrew. Ma'ashra, 10% of every penny of any increase the Most High gives you. Give to the treasury department or the teacher, but you can go on ISUPK.com, go into the blue where the blue letters highlighted at for your tithes, and it also has if you want to make donations. Click that button and that's how you pay it. Free will offering for the priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming convocations right now, we are in the Feast of Dedication, which is the Feast of Hachaahanak. It started today. It lasts for 8 days. It'll be over next Sunday on the 21st. So be sure to look on the bulletin boards or get up with your camp leaders to see what you will need to close out the upcoming holiday. All right, that we already in right now. If any brother wants to be a troop in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, scarf. And the sisters want to come into the school, make sure you come in dress modest with a head wrap And with that, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher, to the sisters. Y'all stay seated. Yashabi, brothers, Amajim. We'll give boy courtesy salute. Men of Israel, Amajim.
You gotta tell them what Amajim means.
Amajim means to stand to all the brothers. Salaki. Men of Israel, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amajim. Amajim Shabbat. Amajim. Barak. Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakathah.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakathah.
Yadi Batah. All right. So on Sar, which means the term, we're gonna face the sisters. Sisters stand. Imagine to the sisters. Men of Israel, we're gonna give a courtesy salute to the sisters. Men of Israel, Imagine Shabbat. Imagine Barak. Yahweh Shema Latam B'Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yahweh Shema Latam B'Hashem Yahweh Shah.
Yadi Batah. With that, class dismissed.
Shalom, Israel. It's that time again. The ISUPK, under Commanding General Yahana, presents the Lord's 57th Annual Passover. That's right, the Lord's 57th Annual Passover, April 4th, 2026, in Houston, Texas. All Black, Hispanics, and Native Americans are commanded to observe the Lord's Passover. This will be the biggest Passover to date. You do not want to miss this. Fresh lamb, fresh wine, and bitter herbs as commanded by the Most High. Only $200 per person, ages 17 and up. The biggest event of the year. There is only one Passover, and it's under Commanding General Yahana. See you there, Israel. Shalom.
Nobody else there to compare to. Train for war, men of war, and war like apparel. Prefer our leaders, can't get between us. Watch where you stepping.